Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Femme, and if this is your first time stopping by, you're most definitely welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, then thank you so much for your love and support. In today's video, we're going to be finding out how can you heal your father wound. So how can you heal your father wound is a reading that I was inspired to do, partly because I have also had to heal certain parental wounds in my own life. I already did how can you heal your mother wound, so if you'd like to check out that video, it's the video I posted right before this one. Okay, so not everyone is lucky enough to be born into a family or an environment where we receive that fatherly love and support that we all deserve. Okay, so some of us may have had some unintentional wounds inflicted on us, maybe emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, by our father figures. So this can end up affecting our lives in one way or another if we do not pay attention to the root cause of some of these things, and they can manifest in other areas of our lives as we grow up. So healing this wound in you is going to help you to relieve some of the issues that you may have in other areas of your life that you do not realize that perhaps it stems from some of these father wounds that we had from childhood. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to first start off with shuffling your decks. Then I'm going to proceed to the card reading. But if you like to skip this part, then you can go straight to the description box below where I've put the timestamps for the beginning of the reading. Alright, so first off, your tea leaves. So how can you heal your father wound? The cards are ready. How can you heal your father wound? How can you heal your father wound? Okay, this one as well. Thank you. How can you heal your father wound? How can you heal your father wound? Okay, this is sticking out to me in these, and this one. Alright, I feel like this one should be part. Okay, so as I placed this on top, I saw this sticking out, so I'm gonna take it, and also the one at the bottom. Yeah. Alright. Okay. So next we're going to shuffle your, okay, so I guess this one wants to come out. Your keeper deck. And this one. Okay, and this one. Alright. Gonna trust the process. So finally, your tarot deck, and I feel this wants to come out as well. So how can you heal your father wound? How can you heal your father wound? How can you heal your father wound? Okay. I feel like this one, this. Oh, that's a lot of cards. Alright. Okay, this one on top wanted to come out, so I'll just grab it. Alright, so now we can begin your reading. First we have courtship, card number 4. Okay. And we have Journey, card number 10. Okay. And we have Poverty, card number 37. Okay. Community, card number 39. Okay. Bad Health, card number 31. Bow, you are highly thought of. Okay. Flowers, Happiness. Okay, I feel like it should go here. Handshake, a meeting with a stranger could be important. Oh, okay. Okay, these two want to come out. Broken ring, parting of ways, either in romance or business. And then news is on the way. Okay. Scissors, disappointment in some affair. Okay. Dog up close, pleasure with a close friend. Yeah, let's put it here. Vine, seek out information that will help you. Lion, time to act. Diamond, you will be receiving or giving a precious gift. Beetle, good fortune. Okay. Then your tarot deck. Strength card, card number 8. Okay. The Lovers. Okay. The Page of Pentacles. Notice that this image is they're naked, so I'm just gonna cover. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think this is fine. Then the Wheel of Fortune. Temperance. This Temperance card is also nude, so I'm gonna cover that up. Hope it's covered. Oh my gosh. Okay. Then the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. And then the Ace of Wands. Very interesting Ace of Wands. There's a baby here. So you have 3 more cards, but we're going to use these later in the reading. Or perhaps I'll lay them, but you won't be able to see them on camera though. That's the thing. So I'll lay them and make the references when the time comes to those cards, when I'm reading those cards. So the King of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. This is the Two of Cups. Okay. Another nudity card. Let me cover. It's interesting that all the cards that are nude are on this row, you know. Then this is the Nine of Cups. Yes, Nine of Cups. Wow, you can see it's beautiful. This is a very beautiful way to end your reading, guys, honestly. Okay, so you might not be able to see those extra cards on the camera, but I'll maybe if I pick up the cards, I'll show you again throughout the reading, okay? So first thing I'm getting is you guys may not have had the best childhood growing up, okay? Because we have puberty, journey, courtship, and then we have this strength card. So you guys grew up, for some of you, yes, I'm getting some of you grew up in not necessarily the best environment. Some of you may have grown up with some level of lack, or yeah, some level of lack. Maybe you grew up in a for lack of better words, in a poor community, so to speak, or in a community where there was a lack of something, okay? There was some sort of lack. So it may not even be necessarily financial, although with the King of Pentacles, I'm getting for some of you it is actually financial. So you may have had some sort of financial lack in your life growing up. Maybe you guys were not adequately provided for, you couldn't be provided for, because with this baby in this Ace of Wands, I don't know if you can see this baby right here, and then this Ace of Wands, it looks like a mother to me, okay? So perhaps you guys your mother was more nurturing, she was the one who protected you, because this Wands looks like some sort of protection. She was the one who protected you and things like that. But I just noticed, like, if you see this card, there's two hands. That's the woman's hand holding the baby, and there's a third hand holding the wand. I wonder who this person is. So perhaps it wasn't your mom, maybe it was your father, or it could have been somebody else in your life that was there to protect you guys, or something like that. This is a very specific message for somebody. So perhaps you and your mom were together growing up, and you had somebody else, maybe not necessarily your father, who was the one who was actually there to protect you guys. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So if that doesn't resonate, it does not mean that, you know, that's your case. It just means that particular message is not for you, okay? So another message I'm getting is that, yeah, so some of you, maybe perhaps your father was emotionally or physically or mentally unavailable to you guys, and you had to learn a lot of things, do a lot of things on your own. You had to be strong. You had to yes, you had to be very strong and do things on your own, learn to fight for yourself, learn to protect yourself. You had to do a lot of things from an early age. Yeah. I'm getting for some of you, there was a point in your life, especially at earlier stages in your life, maybe your childhood or young adulthood, where there were some drastic changes within your family that may have caused maybe some sort of discord between you and your father or something like that. Yes, perhaps. Okay, so I'm getting that for some of you, this may not resonate with everybody, okay? For some of you, maybe perhaps your father went off with somebody else, maybe with another woman, or like he was unfaithful or something. I don't know what the case is, but that could have been the case. Not for everyone. And I feel like whatever wounds you had from this childhood situation of not getting what you needed, the love, the support, the protection, the provision that you needed, because ideally, traditionally, the father's role is to protect and provide for the family, okay? So perhaps you guys felt the lack of that in your life from your father. And perhaps the relationship your father had with your mother or with your mother figure in your life may have strained you, like affected you in terms of the way you now see relationships. I feel like you guys' relationships, as in it may be affected somehow from your father wound. I don't know if you get my point. Like one of the wounds that you may have gotten from your relationship with your father is regards to your own love life, like your own love relationships. So maybe some of you, you have maybe abandonment issues, and it affects your own current relationships with people, or with your own partner, or your past partners. So I'm getting particularly with regards to your love relationships. Yes, so your father wound may be one of the reasons why you may have had some issues, or you may be having some issues in your love relationships. So healing this is going to help you to heal that, and it reflects better in your own current relationships. So that's for those of you that are single or married, whichever the case is. If you're able to focus on healing this wound, then it will help you eventually in your own relationship. You'll have a better love life. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, so perhaps maybe your mother was the one who maybe provided for you, who was there for you, who was nurturing, who was loving and all that. And perhaps maybe later in life there was somebody else in the picture that came to add to that, to play a bit of that role of the father in your life. Yeah. So this person may have been the one to bring forth stability into your life. So things didn't start off on the best foot, but I think it got better over time. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, so it got better over time. Okay, so moving on now. So some of, like I said, so perhaps some of you is physical unavailability of your father, others emotional unavailability of your father, others maybe the environment, maybe you were not able to be provided the things that you needed as a child. You know, there wasn't enough money, there wasn't enough resources or something like that. But over time, I think things got better for you guys. That's what I'm getting. Things got better for you guys. I'm getting for some of you, perhaps your mom even like maybe ended the relationship or marriage or something like that, and she found somebody else. That's what I'm getting. So take whichever scenario resonates and leave the rest, okay? Yeah. And I'm getting that maybe some of you, your father was just simply absent, like you never really got to see much of your father. That's what I'm getting. Like he was just absent, maybe right from when you were very young. You didn't have a very profound connection with him. Okay, so moving on. So we have bad health. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Parting of ways, either in romance or business. Broken ring. Disappointment. So yeah, so what I'm getting is that you guys may be in a stage now, or you may recently have been in a stage now where you feel like every time you meet somebody new. So this particular message is for those of you that are single, okay? You may have been feeling like every time you meet somebody new, first of all, you guys may have some bit of anxious attachment, okay? And you maybe when you meet somebody new, you think, okay, maybe this is not gonna work out. Like you guys are not always the most optimistic about new relationships, okay? You guys have a fear perhaps that maybe this person will leave you somehow, or they'll disappear from your life, and then you'll be disappointed, and then you know everything will just be over before it even started. That's what I'm getting. For some of you, the way your love life has been, you maybe meet somebody new and things go well for a little bit, and then everything just scatters. That's what I'm getting. Everything just scatters, and you get disappointed, and then you feel like, oh, why me? Like, why is all this happening to me? Why can't I just find somebody and everything will be perfect? So you've become very skeptical of relationships, okay? You've become skeptical of relationships. You don't always look forward to that happy ending, okay? And this is something that it stems from your father wound, all right? This feeling, it stems from your father wound. This feeling of disappointment, of expecting somebody to leave you, of expecting somebody to not actually stick around, of expecting that perhaps things will not work out. And perhaps, yes, you did have like reasons to expect that, because I mean, people may have actually left you, you know, or people may have left your life and things like that. Okay, so I'm hearing God's removal is God's protection. Do you get? So for those of you that may have felt like, you know, relationships have not worked out for you in the past, or they're not working out for you, or you're in a stage now where you're just not the most optimistic about your relationship life, God wants you to know that it's because he was protecting you. Okay, so those people were not the right people for you. So that's for those of you that are single. For others of you that maybe you already have somebody, the issue that you may be having in your relationship may be maybe some of you, even though you're with this person, you don't feel entirely secure. Yes, you don't feel like the relationship is healthy for some of you. So for some of you, you don't feel the relationship is healthy. For others of you, you don't feel entirely secure in this relationship. You don't feel like this person, like you feel like it's possible for this person to maybe leave you someday or something like that. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. So with this, seek out information that will help you. And it's right under community. I'm getting some of you, what you need to do is find out some information, maybe perhaps from your family or people close to you or people around you about your father. So for those of you that maybe perhaps you didn't know much about your father, your advice is to find out about him, like find out information about him and what he's like or something. Like, yes, I'm hearing the word closure. Like this could help you get some closure. Do you understand? If you know more about him, so you can ask about him, ask about his life, things like that, and understand things. But the truth of the matter, let me be honest, is when you have parents that are absent, even if you find out what happens, at the end of the day, like the only closure you can truly get is when you just decide that regardless of what happened, you're going to love yourself, you're going to heal yourself, you're going to give yourself the best life, the things that you probably didn't receive that you wanted to receive, you're going to give yourself exactly that. So when you decide that for yourself, then it doesn't even matter anymore, like whether or not somebody was there for you or not. Okay, but for some of you, this will actually help you to gain that closure that you need and to gain your confidence back. Yes. And another thing I'm getting is that you guys, because of the way your relationships had been, some of you feel always like the need to be strong. You're not easily able to make yourself emotionally vulnerable to people. Yes, you have like a sort of guard up. Yes, and like maybe you don't share too much about yourself with people around you. Maybe some of you are not the most social, you don't relate too much with your community or something like that. But now what I want you to know is that all this stuff is behind you. Okay, as you're watching this reading now, God wants you to know that he's sending you a gift, and this gift is in the form of a person. Yes, that's what I'm getting, because we have the Lovers card, Temperance, and then over here we have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups and the Lovers card are both about relationships. They're both about love, equal give and take, you know, a relationship. So God is going to send you a spiritual relationship, because we have Temperance here and this is an angel. So God is going to send you a special relationship, and this relationship is going to heal you. It's going to help you to heal your father wound. But first of all, you guys on your own part, you cannot wait for somebody else to come and heal you. Okay, so especially for those of you that are single, you cannot wait until you find a partner that is going to make everything right. If you still have those wounds, having a perfect partner is not even going to help, because you will not be able to receive that love that you want. Do you get what I'm saying? You won't be able to receive that love that you want, even if the person is perfect. Like the person can show you that they're perfect, because I'm seeing receive a diamond, you will be receiving or giving a precious gift. So person can even be the kind of person that will give to you, take care of you, love you emotionally, physically, mentally, financially, everything. But if you still have this wound inside of you, you will not be able to receive this love, this divine love. You will not be able to adequately receive this love. Okay, and for those of you that maybe you have a relationship right now, I'm sorry to say, but if the relationship is one that is toxic, one that does not make you feel stable, you're going to have to leave things, you're going to have to end things, because the reason why you put up with such a relationship is because of this wound of yours, because you did not realize that you deserve better, and maybe you're afraid of being left out in the cold, being left alone or something. But you need to do that in order to heal yourself. If the relationship is not working out for you, it might not necessarily even be that the person is the toxic one. Who knows, maybe you two will have some issues, but as long as you have these wounds unhealed, for some of you, you might not necessarily have to even leave the relationship. So it depends on whichever scenario matches yours. You might not necessarily have to leave the relationship, but you can do that healing whilst you're inside this relationship. Learn to recognize your triggers, learn to recognize the things that hurt you, the things that make you feel insecure. When you recognize all those things, find out about it. Like, some of you should do some research on like emotional health, attachment styles, childhood trauma, all those kinds of things, because it will really help you to know like what's really going on, where the disappointment is coming from, where the fear of being left alone is coming from, all those things. So because I also personally did like research on all these things, and it helped me a lot, because when I found out all this information, I was able to apply it to my own personal life and see where the issues were coming from. So you guys, seek out information that will help you. You need to seek out information, do your research on these things. It's very, very necessary, because when you've done that and you're working on healing yourself, then God is going to send you this beautiful love, this beautiful partnership, and it's going to even be more healing to you. The partnership is going to give you even more healing. It's going to help you to find closure that you need. The person is going to give to you, okay? Going to give to you as much as you're giving to them. So maybe some of you are used to having one-sided relationships. That will not be the case in this new relationship God is sending you. So this new relationship God is sending you, or maybe if you heal yourself, for those of you that may be already in a relationship, it's up to you, my dear, okay? I cannot tell you what to do, but if you feel like the relationship is truly toxic and the person is not for you, then your advice is to leave. But if you feel like all you need to do is actually focus on healing yourself, and that the partner that you have is one that is supportive and loving, then why not stick to it, and you guys can work on helping each other. Like, he or she can help you in healing yourself. Do you understand? So for those of you that it's a new relationship that you're getting from God, this person is going to think highly of you. You're going to be so happy. The person might even bring you flowers, bring you gifts, getting like diamond, like expensive luxury stuff. Yes, so this person is going to be very grounded, very, very grounded. And very soon, like in the future, yes, in the future, I don't have any specific timing, okay? But in the future, after you've gone through this situation of learning what you need to learn, trying to improve yourself, all that, or as you're doing that right now, some of you might actually be doing that right now. Oh yes, yes. So I'm getting some of you, that's what you're doing at the moment. You're seeking out information, you're trying to figure out why some of these things happen in your life and blah blah blah. So as you're doing that now, this is going to lead you to that love, that divine love that you want. And the person is going to be like a very good friend to you. I'm getting some of you, you might even like meet this person through a friend. Yes, you might meet this person through a close friend of yours, or through another friend. Or maybe perhaps this person is going to hear about you from a friend, like they're going to hear about you through a mutual friend. So I'm seeing like Instagram, I just saw Instagram. So maybe perhaps some of you, this person might be like a mutual friend to one of your friends on Instagram, for instance. So let's say maybe your friend posts you on your birthday, for instance, and then the person sees you on their story, and then the person likes you, and then that's how you guys are going to get connected. Do you understand? So take what resonates. That's just an example. So you're going to receive some news, maybe from your friend. Yeah, so it could even be that as that person sees you on your friend's story, for instance, and the person messages your friend as like, oh, I like this person, is it possible for you to connect me with this person? Then your friend comes to tell you that, oh, there's this person that saw you and they really like you and they want to know you, or something like that. So that's the example that I'm getting. It doesn't necessarily have to be that. So take what resonates. And then when this happens to you, like, it will be the time for you to ask, okay? Like, you need to release that fear of disappointment in order for you to receive this love. You need to release that fear that this person is going to leave you or whatever, or this is not going to work out like the past. No, you don't need that in your life, because good fortune is going to come to you with this relationship. And as you're healing yourself, you're learning more about yourself, you're loving yourself, you're seeing yourself in high honor. We can look at yourself from a lens of high esteem, high honor. As you're working on improving your self-love, your self-esteem, then these good fortunes are going to come into your life. And not even just only in terms of your relationship, even materially, okay? So things, because we have Ace of Pentacles, so things that you've been wanting to manifest. And right next to Ace of Pentacles is the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. You guys can see this is a genie here coming out of a lamp, so your wishes are going to be granted. And right next to the Ace of Pentacles, so anything that you've been trying to materialize in your life is going to be granted. You have good fortune, so anything you've been trying to materialize in your life is going to be granted, whatever it is. If it's romance, finance, emotional stability, your dream home, dream house, dream days, any dreams that you've been trying to materialize is going to come true, okay? But first, you need to pay attention to what information you are not seeing, okay? You need to learn, because this is the page. The page is someone that's learning, someone that is at the beginning of their journey and things like that. Someone that is you can see he's holding like this what do they call this tool? Is it a wrench? Is it a wrench or something like that? Yeah. And then he's looking at this pentacle. So you need to work on healing yourself, okay? Work on loving yourself, work on seeing yourself with high esteem. When you do all that, trust me, like, when this relationship comes, you're going to know it's good for you, and you're not going to settle for less, okay? When you see yourself in that high honor, other people will see you in that high honor. That's what I'm getting. When you see yourself in that high honor, other people will see you in that high honor. And your soulmate or your divine counterpart, because we have the Lover's card, Temperance. So you need to balance yourself out, okay? Balance your emotions, balance your thoughts, okay? So all these practices like meditation, doing the research that I mentioned, journaling, asking questions. If maybe you can, some of you might need to ask questions from your mother about your father and things like that. So it can help you to heal yourself, help you to resolve any unresolved traumas that you may have. And this, my dear, is how you can heal your father wound. Okay, so thank you so much for stopping by. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, then please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed, then what are you waiting for? Kindly click on the subscribe button or click on the bell notification so you're notified every single time I post a new reading. And I hope to see you in another reading. Bye.